been waiting for on our program right now. This is not the first time that you've been on Hardball in a live event. In fact, many years ago, you asked a question of a presidential candidate who visited your college, Harvard. Here you were back in 2003 asking Dick Gephardt about young voters.
Congressman, why are you the only presidential candidate not attending tomorrow's youth-oriented Rock the Vote Forum? And do you think young people's votes matter in your campaign?
They matter a lot. That's why I'm here tonight. And I've got to be in Iowa. I had a preset meeting that I've got to go to. I got to win Iowa. I'm going to win Iowa, so I'm going to be in Iowa tomorrow night. But I talk to young people everywhere I am. I've got lots of young people on my campaign, and maybe I ought to say this now. When I was in college, Jack Kennedy was president. And I was moved when he said to young people like me, get involved in politics. Give part of your life to politics. So I just want to say to all of you here, get involved in public life. Give back to your country. Don't just take from it. And get involved in this campaign. If it's not for me, get behind somebody and get out there and work and make this country a better place. You can do this.
You haven't aged a year. Look at this guy. So was that the stimulation that you needed to make a move for public life?
First of all, I'm a lot more sympathetic to scheduling requests. It's pretty hard on him. So I feel bad about that now. Wow. How'd you even find
we
that?
have one more question from not in the audience. It's a remote question. And there they go. Sir, do you have a question for the mayor? Dick Gephardt.
Hey, Mayor Pete, you really took me seriously, didn't you?
How's he doing? How do you think he's doing
Good
as a
for
candidate?
you.
How do you think?
He's doing great. And so here's my question, Mayor Pete. So I get asked all the time by people all over the country, what about the future of our democracy, of America? And my answer is very simple. I've always been optimistic about America because the people are good and they're good citizens. You're out there now meeting thousands of them. Am I still right?
Yeah, that's my experience.
Dick Gephardt is now a California voter. He's a resident and voting resident of Santa Rosa, so you got to watch him here.
Good side, then.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's my experience. Is that people just want to know that they're going to be okay, but people can have good and bad things called out from within us. We're all capable of good and bad things. Just ask somebody you love, people individually and also collectively. I think we become worse when we're not secure. And part of what's happening right now in a world where we got everything from the rise of China to artificial intelligence and automation, and the economy's changing, is people have been made less secure. And it makes it possible for a cynical leader to draw out the worst of us. Mm-hmm. But I also believe that one of the best reasons to get involved in politics, as I felt called to do when I was a student, by people like Speaker Gephardt, is that you can also use the tools, the skills that you learn as an elected leader to draw out the best in people. And I think that, even more than policy and administration and management, that is the thing we're most missing in the White House right now, and the thing I most want to restore.
Going back to Dick Gephardt, I want to essentially have him on the phone. Dick Gephardt, you would have been a great president. I think I believe that. And do you have any advice to this young fellow here, 37 years old, running hard with 20-plus rivals? How does he get ahead of all those guys and women?
Just keep doing what you're doing. Work hard every day. It's a big job, but you're doing a great job of being out there talking to people and listening to people, which is the most important thing you can do. You're doing great. Just keep on going. I'm proud of you and all the other candidates. We're going to win this thing.
By the way, that's how Dick Gephardt got ahead. Listen, I watched his career. Thank you, Dick Gephardt from Santa Rosa, California, a registered, I think Democrat, safe to say, in California.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.